Welcome back to Important Updates, global news without the noise. Subscribe to stay updated. Everybody is looking for the next big move in Asia, but few know about this tiny island at the edge of the Philippines. Mavulis Island is the northernmost point of the Philippines. It sits in the Batanes group of islands, just over 100 kilometers south of Taiwan. The island is small and far from the big cities of the Philippines. Its closest neighbors are the fishermen and coast guards, who visit from time to time. For many years, Mavulis was empty and quiet. There were no big buildings or roads, only the sea, the wind, and a few fishing boats marked its presence. But its location makes it very important. Being so close to Taiwan, Mavulis is a gateway between two countries. Today, Mavulis is getting attention from the government. Big changes are happening. These changes aim to make the island more useful for the Philippines and its neighbors. Mavulis Island is not just a remote rock in the sea. It may look small and isolated, but its significance stretches far beyond its size. This windswept island, battered by the elements, stands as a silent sentinel at the edge of the Philippine archipelago. Its position gives it a key role in the region, acting as a crucial point of reference for both geography and strategy. Mavulis is more than a dot on the map. It is a gateway and a guardian. Its location makes it the Philippines' northernmost outpost, the very tip of the nation's reach. Here, the Philippine flag flies as a symbol of sovereignty and presence, marking the boundary of the country's territory. This means it is the last island before Taiwan, separated only by the narrow Luzon Strait. The proximity to Taiwan places Mavulis at a crossroads of international interest, where the waters are busy and the stakes are high. Any ship or plane traveling between the two countries can pass nearby. The Luzon Strait is one of the world's most important maritime corridors, with countless vessels and aircraft moving through these waters every day. Because of this, Mavulis is important for both travel and security. It serves as a watch point for monitoring all movement in and out of the northern Philippines, helping to ensure safe passage for commercial and military traffic alike. It helps the Philippines watch over its borders, acting as an early warning post against any potential threats or illegal activities. Surveillance equipment and patrols stationed here keep a vigilant eye on the surrounding seas. It also lets the country protect its fishermen and sea routes. Many Filipinos rely on these waters for their livelihood, and the presence on Mavulis helps safeguard their rights and safety, ensuring that they can fish without fear of interference. In recent years, there have been worries about safety in the seas around Mavulis. Tensions have risen as neighboring countries assert their interests, making the island even more vital as a point of defense and diplomacy. Some say Mavulis is the front door of the Philippines. It is the first line of defense, the first place to greet visitors or challenge intruders. Its strategic location means that whoever controls Mavulis has a strong hand in shaping the future of the region. If anyone wants to enter the country from the north, they must pass near this island. This makes Mavulis a natural checkpoint, a place where the Philippines can assert its authority and monitor all who come and go. That is why both the government and the military want to make it stronger. Investments in infrastructure, defense, and communication are turning Mavulis into a modern outpost, ready to face new challenges. For a long time, Mavulis was left alone because it was hard to reach. Its rugged terrain and harsh weather kept people away, and only the bravest fishermen and occasional patrols visited its shores. But today, its strategic value is clear. The government is making efforts to improve access, build facilities, and ensure that Mavulis is no longer forgotten. These changes are transforming the island into a symbol of national pride and resilience. Improving the island helps the Philippines connect with both its own people and its neighbors. By strengthening Mavulis, the country not only protects its borders, but also builds bridges of cooperation and understanding in a region where unity is more important than ever. The Philippine government is building many new things on Mavulis Island. The most important is a small port. This port lets boats land safely, even when the sea is rough. It makes it possible for supplies and people to reach the island all year round. There are also new shelters being built. These buildings give cover and comfort to fishermen and Coast Guard teams staying on the island. They have clean water, solar panels for electricity, and storage for supplies. Communication towers are another big addition. Before, it was hard to send messages from Mavulis. Now, with new antennas and satellite dishes, people can talk to the mainland or even to Taiwan more easily. All these new buildings are simple but strong. They're designed to survive harsh weather and high waves. They make life safer and easier for anyone staying on Mavulis. Travel to Mavulis Island used to be risky and slow. For many years, the only way to reach this remote northern outpost was by braving unpredictable seas in small wooden boats. The journey was not just uncomfortable, it was often dangerous, with strong currents and sudden storms, making every trip a test of courage and endurance. Boats had to wait for calm weather. Sometimes fishermen and supply boats would spend hours or even days anchored offshore, watching the waves and hoping for a safe window to land. The sea could turn rough without warning, forcing crews to turn back or risk being stranded. Bringing supplies was a big challenge. Everything from food and fuel to building materials had to be carried by hand over slippery rocks and unstable docks. This made life on the island difficult, especially during the rainy season when supplies were most needed. But with the new port, travel is much safer. The sturdy concrete pier now allows boats to dock securely, even when the waves are high. This has transformed the way people and goods move to and from the island. Boats from Batanes and other islands can now dock easily. Regular ferry services have become possible, connecting Mavulis to the rest of the Batanes group and making travel more predictable and less stressful for everyone. The new shelters mean people can stay longer on the island. Fishermen, researchers, and even government workers now have a comfortable place to sleep, cook, and take shelter from the elements. Fishermen do not have to rush home when a storm comes. Instead, they can wait out bad weather in safety, knowing their boats and their catch are protected. They have a safe place to rest and keep their catch fresh. Modern storage facilities mean that fish and other seafood can be preserved longer, reducing waste and increasing income for local families. This is a big change for people who depend on the sea for their living. The improvements have brought new hope and opportunities, making life on Mavulis more sustainable and secure. Communication is also much better. Where once there were only radios with limited range, now there are modern towers and equipment. Before, people on Mavulis were often cut off from the rest of the world. Sending messages or calling for help could take hours or even days, especially during emergencies. Now, with new towers and internet connections, news and help can reach the island quickly. Residents can contact family, coordinate with authorities, and access information in real time. These changes make Mavulis less lonely and more connected. People can share their experiences, celebrate milestones, and stay in touch with loved ones, no matter how far away they are. They help the Philippines watch over its farthest land. The improved facilities and communication also support the Navy and Coast Guard in protecting the country's borders and responding quickly to any situation. They also make it easier to talk with Taiwan and other neighbors. Mavulis is now a vital link, not just for the Philippines, but for the entire region, fostering cooperation and understanding across the sea. Security is a big reason for the Mavulis makeover. The new buildings are not just for comfort, they also help the Philippine military and Coast Guard do their jobs. The shelters give space for patrol teams to rest and plan. There are new lookout points on the island. Soldiers and Coast Guards use them to watch the sea for any signs of trouble. The new communication tools mean they can call for help fast if they see anything unusual. The port also lets patrol boats come and go easily. In the past, bad weather could stop these patrols. Now, the island is always ready for action. This makes the area safer for local fishermen and travelers. These security upgrades show that the Philippines takes its northern border seriously. They help stop illegal fishing and protect against any threats from outside. The new infrastructure on Mavulis does more than keep people safe. It also helps the economy. Fishermen from Batanes and nearby islands can now use the port and shelters. They can fish for longer and keep their catch in good condition. This means more income for local families. The new buildings also create jobs. Construction workers, supply teams, and maintenance crews are needed to keep the island running. Tourism has a chance to grow as well. Some people want to visit the northernmost point of the Philippines. With better facilities, small groups of tourists may come to enjoy the island's beauty and history. All these changes help the whole country. A stronger Mavulis means more trade, more jobs, and a better life for people living in the north. Mavulis Island is very close to Taiwan. This makes it a bridge between the two countries. The new port and shelters can help boats travel safely between the Philippines and Taiwan. Better communication means both countries can share news and warnings about weather or sea dangers. This helps keep fishermen and travelers safe on both sides. There is also a chance for more trade. Goods can move between the islands faster and more often. The Philippines and Taiwan already work together on some security and fishing issues. A stronger Mavulis makes this cooperation even easier. It is a sign that both countries want peace and good relations in the region. Stronger ties can also help in times of emergency. If there is a storm, both countries can send help quickly. This is good for everyone living near the Bashi Channel. Building on Mavulis Island is not easy. The weather is harsh, and supplies must travel a long way. Keeping the new buildings in good shape will take hard work and money. There are also worries about the environment. Too many visitors could harm the island's natural beauty. Some people worry about tensions with other countries. The seas around Mavulis are busy and sometimes disputed. The Philippines needs to work carefully with its neighbors to avoid misunderstandings. But there is hope. With careful planning, Mavulis can grow without losing its wild charm. The government is promising to protect the island's plants and animals. Everyone hopes that the makeover will bring peace, jobs, and safety. The people of Batanes and all Filipinos are watching closely to see what happens next. The transformation of Mavulis Island marks a bold and visionary step by the Philippines, signaling a new era for this once remote outpost. What was once a windswept, isolated island at the northernmost tip of the country is now being reshaped with purpose and ambition. This makeover turns Mavulis from a lonely, almost forgotten place into a vibrant gateway for travel, trade, and security. The arrival of boats and the bustle of new activity show how the island is opening up, connecting people and goods in ways never seen before. With the construction of a modern port, sturdy shelters, and watchtowers, life is changing for everyone who sets foot here. Fishermen now have safer harbors and better facilities, soldiers have improved posts to protect the nation, and visitors can witness firsthand the progress unfolding on the island. These upgrades are not just about comfort, they are crucial for national security. The Philippines can now guard its northernmost borders more effectively, keeping a watchful eye on the surrounding seas and ensuring the safety of its people. At the same time, these developments bring new opportunities for local communities. Construction projects and increased activity mean more jobs, new skills, and a renewed sense of hope for families who once saw little future here. Mavulis is also playing a unique role in diplomacy. The presence of both Philippine and Taiwanese flags signals growing cooperation and friendship between the two neighbors, fostering dialogue and understanding in a region often marked by tension. No longer just a distant frontier, the island is now a bridge, linking the Philippines and Taiwan, and serving as a vital point of connection for people, cultures, and economies. It stands as a testament to the power of collaboration and shared vision. The ongoing work on Mavulis demonstrates what can be achieved when a nation invests in its farthest and most challenging places. The transformation is visible in every new building, every improved facility, and every smiling face. This is a story of hope, hard work, and careful planning. A story written by the hands of local workers, engineers, and visionaries who believe in a brighter future for the region. For the Philippines, Taiwan, and the entire region, Mavulis now points toward a safer, more connected, and more prosperous future. Its strategic location and new infrastructure promise to benefit not just one nation, but all who share these waters. The world is watching closely, eager to see how this bold experiment unfolds. Journalists, observers, and neighboring countries are all paying attention to the changes taking place on this small but significant island. For now, Mavulis stands as a powerful symbol of progress, partnership, and hope at the very edge of the Philippine nation, a beacon lighting the way for what's possible when vision meets determination.